Hi everyone. Today I've been starting a new theme that I'm working on, and I'm going to be looking at a vintage theme. So I've used my die cuts and my punches, and I've cut out a whole lot of different ephemera envelopes and tags and page tabs and tickets and all sorts of film strips and photo frames. And what I thought I'd do is I've cut these all out and they're ready to decorate. And I thought what I would do was scan these all in on a document, which I've done, and there's 7 pages of ephemera. I've put a freebie up on the website. I'll pop the link in the description box below if you would like to join in. So that's them. Here are the 7 pages. That's the freebie. That's the freebie that I've put up there for you. There's lots of tickets and what are these, specimen slides and so on. So there's my pages. And what I wanted to do was to make these look more personalised and jazzed up a bit. I'm going to use some different methods of doing that. So what I'm going to do with these is the paler ones, I'd like to use some sort of floral theme, so just adding leaves and texture and stuff to that. These I think could add a little bit of sparkle on them to get them, just to lift them to another level. I might do some more floral elements on these ones and on those ones. So that's what I've done. I've printed these all. These are all printed on 160 GSM, and what I've done on the back is I've printed them with these are elements from the Ledger collection, and I've just printed those on the back so that when I cut them up they're already grungy, vintage, and you can still write on all of those. For all of the elements that have got the specimen cards, there's a couple of them, the film strips, the photo frames and so on, what I've done is I've gone into the photo collection and I've just printed, there's 10 pages of these, I've printed 3 different pages or 4 different pages of these images, so that I can cut those out. Each image comes in a couple of different sizes. Then I've gone into the scrapbook collection and printed the photo frames because I think I can do something with those. And I've printed just a few pages that I might want to make. I want to cut some of these elements out and make some different flips and so on in it. And I also had a go at printing, this is one of the Ledger pages, onto fabric, and I've done that just by ironing this onto what do you call this, freezer paper. So I've ironed my fabric onto freezer paper, and I've got some fabric that I can tear, cut and fray to use. So that's what I'm working on today, all in the vintage theme. So if you want to join in, head across to the link and print your own page out. So to add some pizzazz to all of these, look away now if you like plain stencils. I've just grabbed some stencils that I've been using in my mixed media. Some of them are floral elements and just things that are small designs. So I'm going to add some inking with those. Then I've grabbed my ink pads that I think will work. So I've got a really dark claret colour, just a black, an olive green for the floral elements, because even though I want leaves and stuff, I don't want them to be bright. I've added a dark blue colour and a cocoa colour because I think they will work. I've also popped some Versamark ink in because I'm going to use some embossing powders to add some embossing. And I've grabbed a few colours out here. I've got a steel, a copper pearl, a black, a blush, which is a very soft pinky colour, and a silver, so I think they will work. So that's what I'm going to do on top. And I've grabbed some stamps. Now I don't have names on any of my stamps. I've got a lot of them, so what I've done is made little cards up that I keep in order, and I just put them all on acetate sheets, so they've all been pulled off whatever they originally came on. So I've got a whole range of tickets, different tickets, a little bit of text. There's some more tickets there that might work. These ones, some text stamps. These might look beautiful with some embossing on them, and just some different text stamps that I've grabbed. So that's what we're going to work with. So grab your stuff if you'd like to join in, and I thought we could also do some splatters and a little bit of the, so splatters, I've got the Inca gold, but I can use other things, and some gold foil that you just use with glue. So those are the things that I'm going to use. So if you'd like to join in, grab your stuff and let's get started. So I will start with the page that I've put up as a freebie, which I think is that one. And I'll just do one of each process to get started. So I've got my inks, and I'm going to use on these tickets here. Let me see, I've got something with small elements, so I might try, actually I might start on this one and just put some of this lovely pattern here. So let me see, I think I'll do that in the brown. So this is close to cocoa. So I just want some light touches of that there, and I don't necessarily want it to stand out an awful lot or be terribly even, so I'm just doing a few little bits of maybe that'll be enough on there. I'll do the same on the back of this specimen slide. I'm doing the stenciling first because I want to be able to do stamping and embossing on top, and if I do the embossing first I won't get a very clear image. So we'll just add a couple of little bits of a few various stencils. Just so that there's a little bit more interest. What else have we got here? There's some numbers somewhere. That's very good. Let me just get these the right way. Okay. And just, I've got a couple of little dots on this one. If you wanted to, you could always use your Versamark and use those with the stencils and then emboss that onto them. I'm just going to go with ink today. should be enough with that. Okay, now let me see. I've got this piece here that has the blue in it, so let me just try a little bit of text with the Versamark, and I'm going to emboss that with this steel blue, so I can figure out which is the right way up. I think it's that way. So this is the steel. I want that there. I might also, while I've got that out, do the same on these because they've already got that little bit of blue in them. So I'll just and I think that will do in the blues. Let me just put that away. And I'll just warm the heat gun up. Okay. And the reason I'm doing this while they're all, before I cut anything out, is that they're all nice and easy to manage and nice and flat, so it makes life easy. Okay, I want to put some green elements on some of these, so let me have a look what I've got here. Let me just grab some florals. Okay, so this is the sort of thing I'm after, so what we might do is grab some of that and a couple of these smaller ones. So let's try some of the looser elements first. So we might try this one, and I'm going to do this in green embossing. So I just want little bits and pieces. On some of these tickets. And maybe a little bit on the back of this coin envelope. And just, what else have we got? Let's try a little bit of this one on the back of here. Okay, and we'll do that. I haven't got any green embossing powder, so what I might do is I might just try that with the blush. No, we'll do black. Change my mind. We'll do black. So where did I put that? I think that's all I did in the black. Okay, and then the next thing I want to try is a little bit of stamping, and I will do that with, let's have a go at the tickets. So I've got a range of different things in the tickets to stamp with. So let's try free entry, and you can stamp these in any colour. I think I'll go with just with black for the minute. Okay, I should make sure it's going to fit. Yep, that should be fine. If ever you have trouble with your acrylic stamps sticking, I often just put a little bit of glue stick on the back of them. Okay. And that works for me. So I'll try and get that. Free entry, then we'll try this one. I actually like that look with the blue. I might do another one in that. Look, it's done, even though it's done with black ink, it's come out, it looks blue on this. So we'll do a second one of that. These are all going to be cut apart, so it doesn't matter which way you do them. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. These ones, I'm trying to find ones that are going to fit on here. Okay. And then what else have I got here? Let's try a couple of these smaller ones. It's great just to have a collection of these sitting around, and it's also a good idea if you really like what you've created here, it's a good idea to leave this as a master sheet and photocopy them, and then you can print them out and use them again and again on whatever you like to. Another one more to go. Okay, that's the tickets done. Radio, let's have a look. I've got this one here, looks interesting. Might put it on the back of the specimen slide. So if that folds in half, that's going to be up. So I'll do it this way. Okay, and then so I've got, I might use the burgundy ink. And I've got some copper pearl embossing. What do I want to put on this one? I might actually have a go at this stamp, which will fit on the front of that. A bigger stamp platform. And put that on with Versamark. Try and get that centered. I haven't actually tried this colour. It's a copper pearl and it's from Wow. I haven't tried this colour before. Alright, so there's that sheet started. I've missed this one out. What can I do on that one? Let me see. It's got the blue in it. Might put something circular. What have I got here? I'll just put a little stamp, one of these smaller ones, just on that envelope. So that's going to be, if that folds the flap, the stamp will go that way. Let's just try this claret colour from Stays On. Okay. What else have I done? I might do something similar on that one. Well, I've got the claret colour out. And this one we might do on this tag over here. So that when it's cut out and folded in half, you get a little bit of pattern on both pieces. This one, might try this green colour. And what have we got here? I'll try a circular one on that one. Maybe a bit, just a little bit on the corner of that one. And this little one, let's try and I'll just cover this so I don't get okay, so that's just a few little bits and pieces stamped and embossed. I want to have a go at this gold foil Just add a little bit of this onto it. And once again, I'm just going to use my glue stick. So I think this little tag would look nice. So just wind up your glue stick. You're only wanting to use a little bit on the edge. So we'll put some on that little tag. And some on this envelope. If you don't have gold foil, you could do exactly the same with gold embossing powder, or even just with acrylic paint and gold ink splatters. And I'll do a little bit on the tickets, some of the tickets anyway. Okay, hopefully it's starting to pick it up. I think it might look nice on this one here. Okay, maybe even if you miss the top of that, so maybe just a little bit on that, because that would be on the back of the page when that's all folded into position. Right. So that's that page there. Hopefully you can see all of that. What I'll do is I will go and do some of the other pages that I've got in the set. So I'll go and work on some of these, and I'll cut out a few things and have them as finished embellishments so that you can see the difference. But pretty much use anything that you've got. The other thing I might do on some of them, if I think it needs it, is I'll use this, which I've shown you how to put on in the making a journal cover video. And that darkens and enriches the colour on some things, and also makes it, gives it a very low gloss and makes it waterproof. So things that are going to be in high use, that would be a really good idea to do that. So I'll come back when I've done all mine and show you what I've got. Okay, I'm back. So I've gone through all of the pages, and this is the freebie page, and I've cut things out so that you can see. So this is a little coin envelope with some embossing on it, and when that folds up, that will be really cute. Add a little eyelet or a policy closure on that. So that's that one. This is the little specimen card holder, so that's really cute. This is the little index file card. Again, there's some embossing on that, some gold splatters, and that's ready to go in. Here are the tickets, so there's some embossing and some gold, and they're all stamped and inked, ready to cut out. Here's a couple of little tags, sorry. So they've got some gold on them and some inking and stamping on them. They're ready to just pop in. Here's a couple of little small journal cards. They've just got a little bit of blue embossing on them, and they're all done. Here's another little envelope that will fold up and just be a cute little envelope. You could make those easily into a hidden paper clip, which I might do for those. Little tag, another little tag, another little tag, and a little tiny tag. So that's all with that one page. Then these are the other pages. They look a bit busy before you cut them out. So you can see I've gone through and stamped some floral elements on here. Again, there's little bits of gold. There's some embossing on here as well, stamping and stenciling. These are the tags, and you can see these ones here. So this side here, I've gone and put the Distress Collage Medium on them, and you can just see that's given them a little bit of a sheen, whereas these ones don't, but these ones have got a little bit of gold and some stamping on them. These ones have, again, they've got little bits of gold with the gold foil, gold splatters, that's with the Inca gold, stamping, little bit of embossing, that's that blush colour, and some of the green stamping, there's more of that blush colour embossing. And this one here, I've gone over that with the Collage Medium as well. So you can see that's got a little bit of a shine on it. There's little bits of gold on the tickets and stamping and stenciling on everything, and some of the Inca gold splatters. So that's them. As I said, there's a freebie up on the site. I'll put the link in below. I've scanned mine so that I can now cut these up and know that if I wanted to use them again, I've got a copy. And so basically I've got the plain ephemera that is undecorated ready to go, the decorated ephemera ready to cut out and use, and scanned copies in case I want to keep any of it. So I'll make a few things with these, and as I said, I want to use, I've got the fabric and I've got these images, these photos that I'll use in some of the specimen cards and the photo holders and the film camera, the film slide ones, film strip slides. I've got a few of those on here as well to do. So I will do that and show you a few of those finished, and I'll be back with that later. Okay, I've spent a day or so on and off just working on this ephemera, so I'll bring some of it up to the camera. Hopefully you can see. I've used a whole lot of different effects. Try and pick up the gold on that one. So that's the gold foil, and that's the Inca gold spatters, and that one's also been covered with that Distress Collage Medium. So they're the what are they called? The whale tail tabs. So there's plenty of them. They're all cut out and inked. This one here. Here's all of the little tabs. So some of them have been coated in clear embossing powder and stamped. Others have just got a little bit of ribbon and some of the gold on them that we'll pick up. Some of them have got eyelets put in them and a little tag on the top, little tab. They've all been embossed. This is one of the film strip ones, and I've added some images, some vintage images, and that's just got some gold paper. This one I haven't trimmed down yet because I wanted to be either a fold the top down and have it as a flip up, or fold the side over and have it as a flip out. That one's got acetate on top of the images, and I have put clear embossing powder on the top of that film strip. So that's that page. Here's these are the index cards, so they've got all sorts of stuff done to them, little gold splatters, and they've got embossing powder on them. That one's got a piece of the fabric on it there, ready to be a flip up. These ones here, are the photo sliders. So that one's got plastic in it. The images were just short, so I added a little bit of music paper and a little bit of lace under the plastic on that one. And then this one here, the same. So that's got embossing powder on it. It's also been embossed over the top of that with the clear embossing. That's that lot. These are the tickets. And again, hopefully you can see some of them have got gold and spatters on them. These ones have got embossing and gold on them. Just trying to get the light to pick it up for you. There you go. And these are the file folders. They've also been covered in the Distress Collage medium, so you can just see a bit of a gloss on those. And even though that's been put on over the gold, you can see that the gold still really stands out. Then we've got a whole lot of different size tabs, and this is one of the coin envelopes with a bit of string on it. These are some of the really little tags, and just with a bulb pin and some ribbon on them added to them, just to make that a little bit more interesting. Flip it over the other way, ready just to hang off. And I hope you can see that one's been coated in embossing powder as well, clear embossing powder, and that makes it a bit more sturdy. With these, the specimen slides or the slide cards, here's one that's been done and it's got plastic on it, and that's just got a little bit of the liquid pearls on it where the little stud holes were. This one I didn't put the plastic on, but I've put glossy accents on top of the image, and I've also made that as a paper clip, so that will slide on to the side of a page. So that's that page. These ones, again, these are all the tabs. Some of them have been done with clear embossing. The little journal cards, and again you can see the gold on them. These you can just add a little bit of lace and a pin. They look really good. Everything I've shown you is double-sided, so once you sort of decide what you're putting it in, you can flip it over if you want a lighter image. And here's the last page. These are some of the little, this was one of the cards that came out of the middle of one of the photo frames, so I added a little tab on it. Here's all the tickets. Again, that one's got clear embossing on it and the gold on it as well. The little envelopes, and most of these have just got a little concertina fold strip of paper in them. Some extra little bits that I've punched out to be little policy closures. That's one of the, if I can pick it up, that's one of the tags with the blush embossing powder on it. Gives it a nice finish. So that's a whole lot of ephemera made and ready, and that's 6 pages out of the 7. The 7th page is one of the lighter pages, and I haven't decorated that yet. That's how basic they started off as. I will decorate that later. And I've still got my little envelope full of the undecorated ephemera as well that I can work on, but that gives me a whole lot of ephemera that's just ready to pick up, use in a journal. Everything's inked, everything's decorated and finished, and it will just make that process really nice to work on. Everything that you see here has been made with the vintage paper collection. There's the freebie for you to work on. There's the 7 pages of ephemera in their blank state if you want to do all of this. And I've used the vintage photo collection, the scrapbook papers, the journal papers, and on the back of all of them I've used papers from the ledger collection, so that you'll be able to write on anything on the back of it, all of it, or flip it over and have the lighter style if you need that. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a play and make some, and I'd love to hear how you go. The products I used to make these more beautiful were the Inca Gold for the splatters, the gold foil for the little stripy bits of gold that you can see there. Stamping, I used stenciling with distress ink, embossing powders and clear embossing powder on top, and some of the other embossing powders in the colours I showed you at the beginning. I used glossy accents for one of the little slide envelopes, slide, what do you call them, slide cards. That's this one. So that's the glossy accents there. You can see how shiny it is. It's like an enamel. And what else have I used? I've used liquid pearls. So just one of these just to make the little dots. Some eyelets, some lace ribbon and string, and some bulb pins. And I've got a really lovely collection all ready to go, and I'll pop them in one of the little boxes, and next time I'm working on vintage, everything's ready to embellish it. Thanks for watching. Have a go.